My name's Marilyn Chapple. I'm currently a Clinical Services Manager at Heritage Lakes, which is a aged care facility with 120 residents. And so there's a combination of low care residents, meaning that they have some independence and need some supervision with help with personal care and their daily needs, and other residents, high care residents, or some people would know them as nursing home residents, who require full care from staff for them to continue in their activities of daily living.
I must ask this because I used to live quite close to a aged care village. How does that differentiate? How does that work?
The aged care villages are usually are sometimes attached to nursing homes, and sometimes they're independent of nursing homes, and they're where people still want to live in a community setting with more supports, but they still would live in their own 2-bedroomed or 1-bedroomed unit, are totally independent. But sometimes there's a call bell system that goes back to a central control. So if they're unwell, have a fall, then someone else outside, someone from a central office or maybe from the nursing home would come over and just see to their emergency needs and just organise them in an emergency situation.
They growing in popularity?
Yes, they are. They're actually moving. I actually have my in-laws are actually on a waiting list for a retirement village. Some of the problems is though that they've left it a bit late. They've been on the waiting list for. They all work in different ways. Some of them you can actually buy the actual unit. Sometimes you rent it. It depends on whether it's a charitable and an independent, a group. There's different ways that you can acquire the retirement sort of unit itself. But yes, some of them are waiting list, and I think people think that they're independent, and then sort of some health crisis happens and they think, need to think about moving with a bit more medical and a bit more sort of security around them. But of course then there's a waiting list. They've been on the waiting list for 2 years already.
2 years.
And it could be up to 5 years ago. I mean, if you're just wanting to buy into a unit, and buy the purchase price of a 2-bedroom unit, then they're a lot easier because you just need to find ones that are available.
Just like you sell your house.
You just sell your house and you buy new. It's just like buying and selling and downsizing.
So would you think that because there's obviously demand, is that something they build more of?
There's demand, and they're actually building a lot of them now for. The retirement villages were normally people over 60, 65 plus, do you know what I mean, with the nursing homes. But some of the larger companies are into building retirement accommodation and selling it as a lifestyle change for people over 55.
Yeah, the golf courses seem popping up quite a lot.
Yeah,
you can see in the advertising they use.
And some of them are apartments. Like when I drive by in near Box Hill, there's a big one. Very luscious, front and gardens and fountains, and they're basically 2-bedroomed apartment, 2 or 3-bedroom apartments where people are 55 plus. And I think that's about the only requirement, and you buy into those. But they'll have the supports if you need those medical supports later on. But whether they'd still be suitable for when you were 80 and needing lots of medical support, I'm not sure.
Well, stairs and lifts and...
Yeah, lifts and things like that. But a lot of people are moving at 55 now because they don't want their families have gone. They want the smaller home. Change in lifestyle, they don't want to be worried with gardens and things like that. So they just want to sort of be sociable, and I don't know what it spelled, spend the children's inheritance.
Why not? Why not?
They made it, why shouldn't you spend it? Why leave it to them?
I think that's a great one to be.